No. When bonds are tempered under flame, the first door shivers. Second key. Please, choose wisely.
2 bonds and not a single vow yet. Soon you will be free of the well's sway.
Previously on The Witch's Binding.
Something changed.
I felt it too.
The bond didn't break. It rooted deeper. And now, it's changing them. But they're not the only ones feeling it. Something else is stirring. Warm light spills through the front windows. The shop is cluttered but organized. Shelves of dried herbs, bottles of tinctures, bundles hanging overhead. A faint glow lingers around certain objects, like the memory of spells. Elara moves behind the counter, arranging vials on a tray. Movements precise, but a little tense. Her deep blue headscarf is tied neatly, dress sleeves rolled up. A middle-aged woman hovers in the doorway, hesitant.
Good morning. Come in. The drafts won't bite, I promise.
The woman steps in, glancing around like someone might be watching from outside.
I heard you have something for nightmares. For children.
Elara's face softens.
You heard correctly. Are these nightmares born of too much stew before bed, or something heavier?
Just stew and worries. That's all.
Elara doesn't push. She moves to the shelf, selecting a small bottle filled with a pale, slightly shimmering liquid.
A drop on the tongue before sleep. Not every night, only when it's really bad. It doesn't erase fear. It just reminds the mind that it isn't alone when the dark presses in.
She packages it carefully, wraps it in cloth, then sets it on the counter.
Pay what you can.
The woman looks startled.
But everyone says. The council. The wolves. I said you.
Elara's eyes flicker. Hurt, then resolve.
They said many things. Your child is still having nightmares. That's all it takes.
The woman pushes a few coins forward, hands shaking.
Thank you.
Elara gives her a small, warm smile.
May your child wake rested and may you, too.
The woman nods and leaves, clutching the bundle. From the back.
You know that's not helping your reputation.
Kaelen steps out from the back room, rolling his shoulders, jaw shadowed. He's been moving supplies, a hint of sweat at his neck. Elara sighs, but can't help the twitch of a smile. Something in the bond had changed, and neither of them knew what it meant.
Word gets around when you give things away to people who are supposed to avoid you.
They're supposed to avoid me, you're supposed to watch me, and I'm supposed to pretend none of that is suffocating. I'm not very good at pretending.
Their eyes meet. The faint, golden tether between their chests gives a tiny pulse, felt more than seen. Kaelen glances at the door where the woman left expression conflicted.
I'm just saying, if Mayor Hollis hears you are
Practicing basic human decency?
defying the council's suggestions before we renegotiate terms.
He moves closer to stack some jars, deliberately giving his hands something to do.
I didn't say you should stop. I just don't like how alone you look when they leave like that.
The tether hums faintly. Elara feels a flicker of warm protectiveness from him. Then he quickly stifles it. She decides not to poke at it.
I've been alone a long time, Kaelen.
You're not alone now.
He says it too fast, then realizes what he's admitted. His gaze flicks away. Elara responds teasingly to cut the tension.
Is that the wolf talking, or you?
Yes,
The door opens. A young man steps in. Early 20s, kind eyes, rough work clothes. Jaden, Elara's good friend, the one with quiet, unreciprocated feelings. He holds a small bundle wrapped in cloth and smiles warmly.
Elara, thought I'd catch you before the rush.
Elara brightens in a way she doesn't fully realize. Through the tether, Kaelen feels it, a gentle, golden warmth rolling through her chest toward his. It hits him like a soft punch. Not romantic fire, but deep, comfortable affection. His wolf bristles, confused.
Jaden. You're out early.
He steps closer, setting the bundle down.
Market day. Brought you those dried rose tips your last supplier shorted you on. Traded for the good kind.
Alara's face lights up.
You didn't have to do that.
I know. I wanted to.
She reaches out, squeezes his forearm in gratitude. Simple, friendly. That warm, safe feeling pulses again. Through the tether, Kaelen feels it more clearly now. A warmth he hasn't felt from her toward him yet. His jaw tightens. The wolf inside him growls, not loud, but distressed. Kalen's eyes narrow just slightly at Jaden, assessing. Not overtly hostile, but not neutral.
patrols don't take kindly to people wandering near the tree line this early. You go alone?
Jaden instinctively straightens, aware he's standing in front of a wolf shifter.
I know the safe paths. I've been walking these woods since I was small.
Wolves have longer legs.
Elara shoots Kaelen a quick look that said, "Stop it."
He's fine. Thank you, Jaden. This will help a lot.
Jaden relaxes a little, focusing back on Elara.
Are you still coming by later? The kids asked if you'd tell the story about the stars again.
Elara hesitates, glancing at Kaelen.
I'm not sure if I.
She's under council eyes right now. We'll see.
Jaden's jaw tightens at the interruption, but he lets it go.
If you can't, I'll tell it the way you taught me. Won't be as good, but they'll still listen.
That hits her in a tender place. The tether vibrates with a soft ache that Kaelen doesn't fully understand.
Thank you.
Jaden gives her one last small smile, nods stiffly at Kaelen, and leaves. The warmth fades from the tether, leaving a strange emptiness in its place.
You're close.
Jaden? He's a friend.
The kind of friend who trades the good rose tips and asks you to tell stories to his family.
Yes. The kind of friend who brings me supplies when others won't.
He looks at her, something raw and unspoken in his eyes.
I felt it.
Felt what?
Whatever that is when you look at him. The warmth. I've never felt that from you. Toward me.
Her breath catches. She realizes Amara was right,
Kaelen.
but he doesn't give her a chance to explain. Kaelen pulls back, defensive.
It's fine. You don't owe me anything. The bond wasn't your choice.
The hurt underneath that statement is obvious. Before she can respond, a shadow crosses the windows. A distant howl sounds from the edge of town. Kaelen straightens, the moment shattered.
I have to check that.
He avoids her eyes.
Stay inside unless you hear from me or Rourke.
He grabs his gear and strides out. Elara stands in the quiet apothecary, hand pressed unconsciously to her chest where the tether hums, confused, aching. A patrol returns. Kaelen and Rourke with a couple of pack members. They drop a small, twisted bundle on the ground, a burned charm, clearly witchwork with scorched runes.
Found this near the Old North Path. Someone's been testing boundaries.
Kaelen scowls.
Not Elara or Amara.
I know.
He kicks the charm.
Whoever cast this wasn't hiding. They wanted us to see it. And this magic, it's old. Older than Mirelle. Older than the coven we knew. The council's not going to like this.
Good. Maybe they'll finally stop pretending this is just about a tether and a witch with pretty eyes.
Rourke gives him a side eye. He heard that last part.
You're getting sloppy, Alpha.
I'm getting tired. Let's take the girls back to the pack house and let Hollis know what we found.
A crescent moon hangs low over the tree line. Torches burn along the edges of the packed dirt yard. Most of the pack has retired inside. The earlier tension of the day lingers in the air, like smoke after battle practice. Rourke stands alone near a weapons rack, rolling his shoulders, trying to work out a stubborn knot of tension. His jaw is tight. He's been pacing, but now he forces himself to stillness. He picks up a training spear, then sets it back again, restless. Footsteps approach from the shadows. Amara steps into the torchlight, cloak pulled tight against the chill. She stops a few paces away, giving him room. Rourke notices her. His whole body goes rigid. His eyes flick over her, suspicious, guarded. He was remembering what happened last time they were in the training yard together.
What do you want?
She studies him, calm, like she's giving him one last chance to be honest. He doesn't take it.
You've been avoiding me more than usual since the tether backlash. Well, avoiding, glaring, and volunteering for every patrol that takes you as far away as possible.
Rourke looks away, jaw clenching.
Maybe I just like quiet.
You live in a pack lodge.
Fair point.
She takes a small step closer and speaks gently.
Rourke, you know this isn't going away just because you refuse to look at it.
He goes very still.
I don't know what you think you.
The bond.
The word hangs between them like a struck chord. Rourke's eyes flash. The wolf in him surges just under his skin. A flicker of gold, a tense vibration.
You don't get to say that word to me.
I didn't put it there.
They stare at each other, the air thick. Rourke looks away first, pacing a short, agitated line.
I don't want this. I didn't ask for it. One moment I'm doing my job, the next.
A hand presses to his chest, frustrated.
I can't walk into a room without knowing where you are.
Amara watches him with a mix of empathy and steel.
I know.
Do you? You stand there, calm as you please. Like this is all interesting. Academic.
She touches her sternum lightly.
It's not that it doesn't affect me. I feel the pull too. The awareness. The way your mood brushes mine when you're upset. But I'm a witch, Rourke. I was raised around magic. Bonds. Prophecies.
She gives a tiny shrug.
I've had my whole life to practice not drowning in it.
Rourke stops pacing, breathing hard like he's been running.
Must be nice.
No. It's just familiar. I've also had my whole life to learn how to watch people lie to themselves.
His gaze snaps back to her.
I'm not lying.
Amara steps closer. Not enough to invade, but enough that he can't pretend this is theoretical.
When a patrol goes out, whose name do you check for first? When the pack house door opens, who do you listen for? When we were at the town market and they turned on us, who did you put yourself between, me or everyone else?
Rourke opens his mouth, then shuts it. The answer is obvious.
That's my job.
And if it were only your job, would your hands shake the way they did when I almost got hurt during the last rogue attack? Would you have been so concerned when the tether backlash affected me? Would you have defended me when the council put Elara and I under restrictions?
He looks down at his fingers, as if seeing them for the first time.
I don't like witches.
I know.
Your coven hurt people. They hurt our parents. They hurt this pack.
And they hurt me. We're on the same side of that wound, Rourke.
That lands harder than he wants it to. His anger falters. Something like confusion slips through.
Then why aren't you fighting this? Why aren't you angry?
Amara exhales, gaze drifting briefly to the moonlit trees, then back to him.
Because being angry doesn't unmake what is, and it agitates your wolf. That's why you almost claimed me during training. The bond doesn't care about your hatred. Or my fear. Or anyone's history. It just is.
She steps closer again. Now they're within arm's length. His wolf bristles and leans in at the same time.
But you need to understand something. You do have another option.
Rourke freezes. The words hit like a physical blow.
What?
You can reject it.
The yard seems to go quieter. Even the distant night sounds dim.
Reject the bond.
Yes. It's rare. It's painful. For both sides. But if you truly don't want this, if the idea of being tied to a witch repulses you that much, you can refuse it. You can walk away. And eventually, the thread between us will tear instead of strengthening.
Rourke's breathing quickens. He looks like she punched the air out of him.
And that's it. Just gone.
She responds with a flicker of vulnerability.
Not cleanly. Not without scars. You'd feel it. I would too. It would feel like something ripping out a part of your chest that hasn't fully grown in yet. But yes. Over time, it would fade to a remnant, an echo.
He stares at her, stricken. The idea clearly terrifies him more than he expected.
Why are you telling me this?
Amara's eyes soften, but her voice remains calm, giving him dignity and agency.
Because I won't trap you. I won't be another witch who takes your choice away. If you stay tied to me, I want it to be because you chose it. Not because you were dragged into it by magic or wolf instinct. You deserve to choose the life you want. Even if it isn't with me.
He swallows hard, throat bobbing, and something in him cracks. Just a hairline fracture, but real.
You'd let me do that? Just cut you loose?
A ghost of a sad smile touches her lips.
I'm not letting you do anything. I'm telling you the truth. You can reject it. You can embrace it. You can continue to stand in the middle and pretend you're doing neither and make us both miserable.
He flinches. Bullseye.
But you can't stop it from changing you. Even if you tear it out, you will not be the same man you were before you felt it.
Rourke looks away, eyes shining with something raw. Not quite tears, but not far.
What about you?
What about me?
If I reject it, what happens to you?
She takes a breath, steadying herself, replying honestly, with a hand over her heart.
I'll break for a while. Maybe a long while. But I've been broken before. I know how to grow around the cracks. I'll still be a witch. I'll still be a healer. I'll still be Amara. The bond doesn't make me. It just amplifies what's already here.
Rourke looks at her like he's seeing her for the first time. Not as a witch, not as a threat, but as a person standing in front of him, offering him freedom, even if it hurts her. His voice comes out rough.
And if I don't reject it?
Then we figure it out. Slowly. On purpose. You learn to live with a witch at the edge of your thoughts. I learned to live with a wolf in mine. We argue. Probably a lot. And I don't let you use "I hate witches" as an excuse every time you're scared.
He huffs a startled, humorless laugh.
I'm not scared.
Amara's heartbeat spikes. He can almost feel it, like a faint echo in his own chest.
You are. It's allowed.
They stand there, the torches crackling softly. Rourke's hand twitches, just once, like he might reach out. He doesn't.
You said it doesn't affect you as much. Not yet. If I accepted it, really accepted it, Would it change? For you?
Yes. It would hit me fully. No more muffled edges. No more distance. I'd feel you like a second heartbeat.
His throat tightens. The idea is both intoxicating and terrifying.
And until then?
Amara steps back half a pace, giving him space again. Mercy in that distance.
Until then, I'll keep pretending not to notice when you count my footsteps on the stairs. And you can decide whether you want to cut the thread. Or hold on.
She turns and starts to walk away, leaving the choice squarely in his hands. Rourke watches her go, chest heaving, torn between instinct and fear. As she reaches the edge of the torchlight, he speaks quietly, almost to himself.
I don't want to lose it.
Amara pauses, back to him. She closes her eyes, the admission washing over her through the faint bond. She exhales shakily. She'd prepared for everything except that.
Then stop treating it like a curse.
She doesn't turn around. She steps into the shadows and disappears toward the cottage. A pack guard follows at a distance. Rourke stands alone in the yard, hand pressed over his chest, feeling the bomb like a glowing ember he didn't know he was guarding. A bond he hasn't accepted but can no longer deny. The cottage is quiet. The earlier chaos has settled into an uneasy stillness. The girls are staying with Mirelle tonight, needing breathing space. Several pack guards stationed outside. Elara sleeps fitfully in the small room off the main area, blanket twisted, a faint gold shimmer pulsing at her chest in time with the tether. She's dreaming. She's in the forest, and at the edge of the path, a dark cloaked figure is humming and singing a lullaby. There's something familiar in the song and figure.
Who are you? How do I know you? What do you want?
Outside, distant wolf howls drift over the trees. Patrol signals, not panic. Amara lies awake on the small cot in the corner, staring at the ceiling, one arm draped over her eyes. Her breathing is steady, but there's a tension in her jaw. Mirelle sits alone at the table, a single candle burned almost down to the base, lines of exhaustion carved deeper into her face. The prophecy book lies closed in front of her, wrapped in its worn cloth. Mirelle stares at it for a long moment.
You were supposed to stay quiet for a few more years.
She reaches for her tea. Before she touches the cup, the candle flame flickers sideways, as though caught by an invisible breath. The book gives a soft thump, shifting on its own. Mirelle freezes. The cloth slowly unwinds itself, folding back like petals. The book cover creaks open. The pages riffle in a rush, then stop on a section she did not read to them earlier. Ink that was faint before begins to darken, as if fresh ink is seeping up from the parchment itself. She leans in, eyes narrowing.
No.
New lines appear, writing themselves in a slow, deliberate hand.
When bonds are tempered under flame, the first door shivers. The second key begins to stir. The second key, oh no.
Her breath catches.
They're beginning to accept their bond. I didn't think it would be this soon.
Her gaze flicks instinctively towards the window, one leading to Elara's room, the other toward the corner where Amara is sleeping. Elara jerks slightly in her sleep, waked from her dream like something tugged gently at the tether. She murmurs Kaelen's name under her breath, then settles again. The soft gold around her chest pulses once, brighter, then calms. Rourke lies on his back, staring at the rafters, hands behind his head. He looks like a man who hasn't slept in hours. He shifts, pressing a hand absently over his sternum, frowning.
Is she really mine to claim?
Rourke mutters to himself, to his wolf. His wolf surges as if confirming. He shakes his head, annoyed at his own thoughts. Amara opens her eyes. She didn't fall asleep after all. She turns her head slightly toward the main room, sensing something. Her chest feels odd. Not pain, not warmth, like a quiet knocking at the edge of her awareness. She whispers quietly to herself.
Not yet. We haven't decided yet.
The sensation fades a little, but doesn't entirely leave. Kaelen sleeps restlessly on his side, one arm hanging over the edge of the bed. Suddenly, his breath catches. His wolf surges awake inside him, not violently, but in a sharp, alert jolt. Kaelen's eyes snap open, glowing faint amber in the low moonlight drifting through the window. He sits up slowly, chest rising in uneven breaths, hand pressed over his sternum.
Elara?
The tether hums, faint but different. Not painful, not warm, just deeper, like a root sinking an inch further into the earth. Kaelen frowns, confused by the sensation.
What was that?
His wolf answers with a silent push of instinct. Not words, but a feeling. Something has shifted. A door cracked open. Wake, watch, protect. Kaelen swings his legs over the bed, standing carefully, silently, like he expects something to move in the shadows. He crosses to the window and peers out at the tree line.
Something's coming.
He doesn't know what. He doesn't know from where. But he knows. The tether is no longer the same. He stays standing, alert in the moonlight. Mirelle reads the rest of the newly darkened text under her breath.
2 bonds offered, not yet sealed. 2 locks that do not know their doors. Each choice will tip the balance toward ruin or toward a power not yet tamed.
She closes her eyes, the weight of it hitting her.
As if we didn't have enough trouble with one.
Her fingers hover over the page, then snap the book shut decisively. She rewraps the cloth, faster this time, and shoves the book back under the floorboard, replacing the board and rug with sharp, efficient movements. When she straightens, there's a shadow of fear in her eyes that we haven't seen before. She looks toward her door, thinking of Elara and Amara sleeping beyond.
Please, choose wisely, children.
A dark, ancient grove. Trees twist overhead, blocking most moonlight. A figure, the dark witch, stands. Around her, floating in the air, are glowing runes, the same style as those found in the northern woods. They shift and rearrange themselves. As the prophecy lines finish writing in Mirelle's cottage, one of the runes here flares brighter, splitting into 2 small lights, drifting in front of the witch. One light pulses with a faint gold hue, the other with a faint cool blue. The dark witch lifts a hand, hovering her fingers near them, not quite touching.
2 bonds and not a single vow yet. How very fragile.
The gold and blue motes flicker, unstable.
Let them fret. Let them question. Every hesitation opens the door a little wider.
Another figure appears behind her. The figure looks like it's unnatural, like it's wearing human clothing.
Soon you will be free of the well's sway.
The figure makes an unnatural sound and then vanishes. She curls her fingers. The motes shoot outward, racing across the dark like falling stars, heading in the vague direction of Briarwood.
Hush now, little stars of mine, close your eyes and see the shine. Moonlight holds you warm and near. Sleep, my love, I'm always here. 2 small hearts that
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode of The Witch's Binding, coming soon.